our sons and daughters who are young. Kwa hivyo jameni, nawaomba, let's solve our issues which are affecting the young people. Na sisi tunawapenda sana tukiwa pamoja. And when we come together, that is where the strength is. Our strength is when we are together. And don't forget, as your fathers, as your mothers, atuwapenda, tunawapenda. Na hii serikali na wajali. Mheshimiwa Rais anawapenda. We are working hard every single day so that we can be able to resolve the problems of the young people of the Republic of Kenya.
The Gen Z youth and human rights activists in Kisumu have declared their readiness to take part in the nationwide protests set for June 25th. Speaking to the press in Kisumu, the youth urged all Kenyans to join them in demanding justice and accountability from the Kenya Kwanza administration, warning that staying silent or at home will not shield anyone from the challenges facing the country. They have also cautioned fellow youth against being used by politicians to incite violence, stressing that the protests are intended to remain peaceful and focused on meaningful change.
Kuna wengi ambao walijitokeza last year June 25, kuna wengi wao waliuawa na polisi na hadi sasa hivi hawajapata haki yao, hawajapata accountability. So tumeweza kujumuika siku ya leo kama vijana kuweza kukondemn kitu ya kwanza police brutality, na muhimu kuweza kuita public waweze kutujoin kwa maandamano yetu ya Wednesday.
So on 25th we are asking Kenyans that no one is safe. If you stay home, they will come for you the same way they came for Juang and killed him. If you are on the streets and you are peaceful selling masks, they will still shoot you the same way they shot Karaoke. So you are not safe.
The system has killed us. The system has failed to listen to us. Those who are supposed to protect us have failed to protect us. And for the first time in history, we are out to fight for our own rights.
And to our fellow brothers and sisters, do not allow a politician to use you, to give you tokens so that you come and spoil a demonstration. When we have a better Kenya, it is better for all of us.
So we are saying, as much as they're saying people from this region are in broad-based, hiyo broad-based ni ya wanasiasa. Mwananchi unaona bunduki kipigwa, hawaulizangi wewe ni mkabila gani. They just shoot and then tunajua baadaye he was a Kikuyu, he was a Luo, he was a nini. So system iko Kenya saizi ni system yenye ina favor the elite. Mwananchi wa kawaida una say.
Moving on, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has dismissed any fears of a setback in the country's devolution journey, saying that the system cannot be changed. Speaking during the 27th session of the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council, IBEC, held at his official residence in Karen, Kindiki said devolution has become a permanent feature, urging the national and county governments to work in harmony to improve service delivery in the country. Our reporter Dolly Mwirigi Mbovi has this report.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has said that the country has made significant progress in ensuring timely disbursement of funds to counties
and strength to endure trials and the vision.
Speaking during the 27th session of the IBC, Kindiki said that the National Treasury has been updated with payment except for the month of June allocation, which he assured that the funds would be released on time.
We are already undertaking some concurrent functions seamlessly. In health, we have the community health volunteers or promoters program. We have the Taifa Care program, which we are rolling out without much quarrels, and I must commend the governors. You know, you'd have expected, oh, this is devolved, I don't know what, but there are certain things which only the shared national infrastructure of the state can best stop the counties, not because we want to claw back on their function, to make sure it succeeds.
The DP emphasized that devolution is not a contest but partnership. While acknowledging that tension and disagreement between the two levels of government, Kindiki urged for a better approach for resolving conflict between the two levels of government.
What the national government is doing, instead of leaving counties to fight this huge fight back alone, we in the national government are saying, let's take the flag. Okay? Let's take the flag. Because there are people here saying, oh, this thing cannot work. Oh, there's a problem here. So we take the political backlash.
Where we know it's beneficial for our masses, for our constituents, we will collaborate. We just need a little bit of protection with respect to the boundaries of functional integrity. Because for us, when we try to do something that is remotely related to national government, the controller will freeze us.
The devolved system came into effect with the promulgation of the 2010 Constitution, with implementation officially commencing in 2013. The IBC session brought together top government officials, including cabinet secretaries, governors and representatives from the Council of Governors, to deliberate on the planning and coordination between the two levels of government. Dolly Murigi for Hope TV.
Thank you, Dolly Mwirigi. Public Service Cabinet Secretary Geoffrey Ruku has sent a stern warning to government workers over habitual lateness following a surprise inspection at the Rift Valley Region National Government offices in Nakuru this morning. Ruku arrived at the premises at exactly 8 a.m. only to find that most staff had not reported to work. In response, he ordered the gates locked, leaving hundreds of latecomers stranded outside. The CS said the unannounced visit was meant to assess discipline and service delivery and express disappointment that key staff were absent, leaving members of the public unattended. He warned that further delays and poor work ethic will not be tolerated as the government pushes for greater accountability and efficiency in the public service.
The people of Kenya are demanding a lot from the government. The people of Kenya are demanding a lot from the president, from his cabinet, the PSs, the members of parliament. The people of Kenya are demanding a lot from you, the civil servants, the public servants who work in these offices. I have been in most of these offices. They are empty because you are not at your workstation.
President William Ruto has called on Kenyans living abroad to be good ambassadors of Kenya. Speaking during a meeting with Kenyans living in the diaspora at State House in Nairobi, the head of state noted that community initiatives greatly contributes to the outlook of a nation. President Ruto also expressed pride that the government has placed 393,000 Kenyans on jobs abroad, noting that they can account for each of them.
A nation is not built by government alone. It is not built by formal structures alone. Even community initiatives have a major contribution towards making a nation what it is. I want to ask of you that you speak about your nation well. You know, there are people who go out there and they speak as though they have another country. This is our home. This is our nation. We were put here by God deliberately. We are not here by accident. Let all of us make a contribution towards making Kenya better. You know, let us be ambassadors of this nation. Be brand champions of our nation, because that way we will get more investment, we will get more opportunities for tourism, for investment, for business, for trade, and we can drive the country forward.
On that note, let's take a short break on Newswatch. Tonight we have more coming up. Stay tuned.
Speaking so is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki mso.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. The government has urged widows to take advantage of existing women empowerment funds, saying no separate funds will be set up specifically for them. Speaking during International Widows' Day celebrations in Nyamira, which happened to be today, First Lady Rachel Ruto and the President's advisor on women's rights, Harriet Chigai, encouraged widows to join self-help groups to access support from ward to national level. The First Lady highlighted the need for training and awareness to help women understand how to access available funds and break the cycle of poverty. She also urged communities to stop stigmatizing widows following testimonies of social exclusion and discrimination.
Wakati tunashikwa na msiba, ninaomba wajane muwe wenye nguvu na muwe wepesi kwenda kutafuta makaratasi ya kufanya succession, ili wakati mashemeji wanakuja kuwanyang'anya mashamba yenu, muwe mumeshika title deed mkononi.
On behalf of the Kenyan widow, we kindly ask the State Department for Gender or the National Parliament to create a National Widows Commission that can document the plight of widows across the nation, establish their data, identify gaps in existing laws for the protection of widows, and finally propose targeted programming and interventions that would address the needs of the Kenyan widow. This is long overdue, for no woman should lose her rights and dignity because she has lost her husband.
Ningependa kusihi kila mmoja wetu. I want to encourage each one of us seated here today and those that are listening that we can do something for our widows. We can support what the government is doing for our widows and our orphans. You can give something. You can give that extra thing that you have in your farm, in your house. You can visit that widow, because we know that there's a lot of stigma, with the widows. So I just want to encourage all of us. Ningependa kusi sisi wote tuweze kufanya jambo. Serikali inawajali. Serikali yetu ambaye inaongozwa na rais wetu Daktari William Samoei Ruto inawajali. Jambo muhimu kina mama, kama vile viongozi wametuambia hapa, ukisikia kwamba kuna jambo ambalo serikali inafanya, tafadhali uweze kujihusisha na hilo jambo.
In Laikipia County, a unique approach to education is helping preserve indigenous knowledge while empowering the youth with practical skills. As part of a new initiative, elders from pastoral communities are now being incorporated into tertiary training programs where they share traditional knowledge. The program also targets youth with limited or no formal education. Through village-based training centers, technical skills are now being offered closer to the community, removing barriers to access. This innovative model is supported by the Laikipia North Technical, So far, the initiative has seen its first cohort of 47 youth graduate equipped with practical skills that blend modern training and with time-tested indigenous wisdom.
This center was founded to address the needs of pastoralist youth, recognizing that the youth, there is very low transition of the youth to colleges and other tertiary institutions. So this center came in to fill that gap so that the youth can have somewhere close home that they can come and practice hand-on skills. Also, this center came in to fill the gap of low education rates in northern Kenya. So if you look at the majority of the youth, they've not had prior formal learning. So these are ideally Morans and people who grew up herding and they've not been exposed to other formal education system.
Nashukuru kwanza hii kampuni ya Impact kwa sababu mimi nimeshindwa kupeleka hii kijana yangu shule ingine juu sina school fees. Lakini kwa hii shule wakati tu wameanza kujenga hapa nikasikia ni 5,000, nikashukuru Mungu kabisa. Juu nikienda kufanyia watu kibarua, hata kupangusa manyumba, hata kuosha vyombo, nikasanya hiyo pesa, sasa hivi kijana yangu akapata kusoma.
This is a very innovative approach where the college leaves, the college actually comes to the village or to the Manyata where we undertake the training. This is a partnership between Laikipia North Technical and Impact, and we have today seen the graduation of 47 trainees in both in masonry, in carpentry, in plumbing, and even in hairdressing.
Na mimi sijaingia shule, lakini nilikuwa natamani hii kazi ya hairdressing. Hiyo ndio nimesomea. Sasa ndio nataka kufanya hiyo kazi, ndio naona mama ndio akona pesa sana hapo kufanya hiyo kazi. Nilikuwa na mpango ya kufungua salon na sasa nataka kuanza hiyo kazi.
Sasa hizi hata vile tumekaa hivi kuna opportunities mingi sana za kazi. Juu huku tulikuwa tunaendea mafundi huko mbali, but sasa at least tumewapata. Zile courses zenye tumepewa huku, kuna masonry, kuna carpentry, kuna hairdressing na kuna plumbing. So at least the society now itapata mafundi wa hiyo kazi yote, hawatakuwa wanaenda kuwatafuta huko mbali.
Kenya is participating in the 2025 Africa Public Service Day, which is currently taking place at the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The event, held under the theme Enhancing the Agility and Resilience of Public Institutions, officially opened by Ethiopia's Deputy Prime Minister, Tess Njenga, brings together African countries to highlight innovations in governance and service delivery. Kenya is displaying a range of groundbreaking solutions, including the automated reporting system by the State Department for Internal Security, Jaza Miti by the Kenya Forestry Research Institute, and Cargo Pay from the Kenya Ports Authority. Other notable innovations include the Universal Agent by Huduma Kenya University and water recycling technology developed by Baringo National Polytechnic. Leading Kenya's delegation is Dr. Jane Kere, Principal Secretary for Public Service and Human Capital Development. The Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, has hosted an expert validation workshop to review the Regional Agricultural Investments Plan, RIPE, and end report, an end-term report with the goal of strengthening cooperation and sustainable food systems across the region. Held under the theme of resilience and regional cooperation, the validation meeting aimed to assess the achievements, challenges and lessons from the Regional Agricultural Investment Plan implementation cycle. Caleb Mwoti with a report.
The meeting brought together technical experts from IGAD, participants from its member countries, and development partners. It was seen as a key moment in the region's response to growing food insecurity, which now affects over 62 million people across the IGAD region. The review's findings from end-term report are expected to shape the design of the forthcoming Regional Agri-Food System Investment Plan, a strategic framework aligned with the Kampala Declaration. Stakeholders applauded the participatory approach taken in the review process, with contributions from different technical working groups from across the IGAD region.
Developing many policies and framework. Policy on climate resilience, policy on blue economy, policy on trade, all these kind of cascading down on implementing this. This is one of the results. But here, you need actually to check and to cross-check for the sake of learning. It's not checking, it's not evaluating like that. But we need also to check, to see, to bring outside the consultant, to see, and also to validate that with the member states. Because in the end of the day, you can say, we did a lot, but you need to listen to our member states.
Sometimes we also have to look at how we monitor our allocation to agriculture. Sometimes the problem might be also related to how we trace our investments in agriculture. First, we have to be very rigorous in terms of our methodology in tracking the progress, and also there has to be a way of advocating for this 10% allocation.
During the session, Dr. Rose Kiptur, the director of NEPAD programs, highlighted the importance of creating strategies that directly reach and benefit local community members. The forthcoming Regional Agri-Food Systems Investment Plan is expected to significantly advance shared goals in food security and sustainable agriculture. By making use of cross-border collaboration, the regional bloc aims to foster stronger agri-food systems that can withstand shocks and deliver long-term benefits to communities across the region.
Also, looking to if you look to the land issue, it's the center of agriculture. And also we need to see access to the land for the smallholder, women and youth. And actually to make agriculture more attractive for the youth.
This Regional Agriculture Investment Plan of IGAD reflects what IGAD planned to do in order to support the implementation of the Comprehensive Agriculture Development Program.
More than 60 million people in the IGAD region are highly affected with the food insecurity crisis, and enhanced collaboration is enhanced to ensure growth in the agricultural sector in the region. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Caleb Mwoti.
One thing I've learned about leadership, just generally in leadership, the leader is not the smartest person in the room. All right? He's not always the smartest person. When you're a leader, your strength is in the ability to be able to harness the gifts around you. It's the same thing in the family. All right? Like I said, your wife is a very smart person. So you don't shut her down. All right? But you allow her to, you pick those ideas, you discuss them, and one of you make them your own.
Definitely.
It's like even in any organization, as the CEO, for example, you're not necessarily the smartest person in that organization.
No.
But you get around yourself people who are smart, people who are good in what they do, and then you take all those ideas and then you lead. And guess who takes credit at the end of the day? You take the credit at the end of the day. Because you're the leader.
You're the leader.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know. So that's what leadership is all about. So being able to also just harness all those gifts that God has given you through your wife and what have you, but being able to chart the way forward.
Men on Record, every Friday at 7 p.m. Welcome to the world of Hope Media, a media unit of Christ is the Answer Ministries that is committed to spreading the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ through the transformative power of media. Hope Media is dedicated to utilizing various forms of media to spread the message of hope, love, and redemption to all people around the world. Hope Media consists of various units that work together to achieve this goal. These units include Hope FM. Hope FM is your #1 Christian radio station offering you discussions on current day-to-day issues, inspiring music, life-changing sermons, and news updates, broadcasting 80% in English and 20% in Swahili, with listenership of over 12 million every month. Hope TV. Hope TV programming is designed to inspire, educate, and challenge the viewer with wholesome content to reach various demographic groups, children, youth, and adults, both male and female, with viewership of over 24 million every month. Hope Recording Studios. Hope Recording Studios is a state-of-the-art recording facility that offers high-quality recording, mixing, and mastering services. It is designed to meet the needs of musicians, artists, and other creative professionals who require top-notch recording facilities. Hope Creative. At Hope Creatives, we believe that inspiring graphic design work doesn't just happen. It takes the right people with wild out-of-the-box ideas committed to the same ideals, working together to make it happen. We listen, we learn, we brand. Hope Digital. Hope Digital is a creative digital unit within Hope Media. We are driven by a passion to creatively express ourselves while influencing you with the same creative energy in online spaces and beyond. At Hope Media, we believe that media can be a powerful tool for spreading the message of hope as well as grow your business through advertisements, and we do this with excellence. For more information regarding our services, please visit www.hopemediakenya.org or call us on 0709 861 180. Hope Media. We keep hope alive.
Welcome back. KCB Bank has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting learning institutions in their transition to clean energy by offering partial grants and green financing solutions. Speaking at the KESSHA press briefing in Mombasa County, KCB's head of sustainable finance, Eric Naivasha, highlighted the bank's goal of promoting environmental conservation and protecting the country's forest cover. As the platinum sponsor of the Kenya Secondary Schools Heads Association Conference, KCB is championing 4 key clean energy solutions for schools, that is solar-powered cooking systems, steam-based cooking with solar, LPG combined with solar, and biogas systems that convert organic waste into energy. The bank says these initiatives aim to lower fuel costs and support sustainability in schools across the country.
And as KCB, we continue to target the vulnerable and the marginalized in the country who are at the risk of dropping out, and ensuring that they have the support needed to stay in school and complete their education through sponsorship, both through high school and also tertiary institutions. And since inception, KCB has supported over 5,802 learners to complete their education. Additionally, through the Wezesha initiative, we equip students with job readiness and skills so that then we can prepare them for the workforce. And upon the completion of their studies, these learners then they join the alumni club, a platform that enables them to continue their peer mentorship and community service in supporting future scholars that come after them within the program. As you are aware, KCB is spearheading the clean energy transition in our schools. We know today over 90% of our learning institutions are still cutting firewood to cook.
Now in sports, the 2024-2025 National Super League NSL season concluded in a dramatic fashion as Nairobi United FC were officially crowned champions and sealed a direct promotion to the FKF Premier League despite a 3-0 defeat against Naivas FC at Dandora Stadium on the final day of the season. In contrast, Naivas Football Club had everything to play for, needing a positive result to secure a place in the promotion playoffs. Naivas rose to the occasion, delivering a blistering first-half performance and scoring all 3 goals within a remarkable 7-minute spell. The emphatic victory ensured that Naivas FC finished third in the final standings, earning a spot in the promotion playoff where they will face Posta Rangers in a 2-legged tie. The winner of that playoff will secure the final slot in next season's FKF's Premier League.
Tunaweza kushukuru wachezaji wetu. Wamejitolea haswa kwa sababu hii ilikuwa mechi ilikuwa na pressure sana, walikuwa wanacheza na timu nzuri na imekuwa ikishinda mechi zao na walikuwa na morale. So tunashukuru wachezaji wetu ambao kwa sababu wameweza kuwa juu kwa occasion na tukaweza kushinda mechi ya leo. Sababu tukianza ligi tulianza vibaya sana, hata tulikuwa karibu second last. Lakini nashukuru kwa kila effort wameweka tukaweza kufikia siku ya leo.
I think it's a very good feeling. Hii ni mara ya pili wamejaribu na ndo mara ya pili tumeweza kupata ubingwa. I think it's about perseverance. I think the feeling ni mzuri sana kwa sababu ukiangalia hiyo jani ambayo tumekuwa nayo haijakuwa rahisi na enyewe NSL iko na changamoto zake.
And in a historic moment that capped off a remarkable season, Kenya Police Football Club were officially crowned champions of the FKF Premier League following a 1-1 draw against record champions Gor Mahia at the Ulinzi Sports Complex on Sunday. The celebrations came at the end of a fantastic season for Police FC, who had already secured the league title a week earlier with a 1-0 win over Shabana FC. A colorful ceremony was held attended by several high-profile guests, including ODM leader Raila Odinga, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, and Principal Secretary Dr. Raymond Omolo. Police FC finished the season with 65 points and are now looking forward to representing Kenya in next season's continental competitions. And with that, we have come to the end of Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole crew that has made this bulletin a success, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga. See you on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Have a good night.